The three best AI tools for estate agents in 2025. Today, I'm joined by Mal McCallion, who is a chap that helped set up both PrimeLocation and Zoopla, and is now a prop tech AI guru. Not that we need any more gurus, but hey, what's one more? And what's the three best? Talk to me.
Thanks, Chris. So yeah, by no means positioning this as guru speak, but certainly,
No, but
experience.
let's be honest, you do know your stuff on this, mate.
The 25 years, it's just age, mate, more than anything
Okay,
else.
because a lot of people think AI has only been around a couple of years, isn't it? It used to be called machine learning, didn't it? It's been
100%.
around a long
It
time.
has, and it's more just because it's become so much more accessible with that what they call the Chat GPT moment back in November 2022, which is when Chat GPT arrived and everyone went, actually, I can just ask it questions and it tells me answers. So that is now here, and that is, perhaps we're talking about the top three. I would absolutely say that getting onto one of those what they call large language models. All right, so there's kind of three or four that are the real kind of big ones, that the frontier models. You've got Chat GPT from OpenAI. You've got Gemini from Google. You've got Claude from a company called Anthropic, and then you've got Grok, which is Elon Musk's from XAI. Now they have different strengths and different weaknesses. Grok notoriously has fewer guardrails. It's got an app that if you happen to download on your phone, you're on the paid tier, then it's got unhinged mode, where if you ask it a question, it will literally just spend 5 minutes swearing at you. It's crazy. It also has a partner mode and various like loved ones, and it's weird. All right, so that is not necessarily the number one place you should go for a state agency, but these large language models, these are what you need to understand. You need to understand what's different about them and what works. I have found, and this again could change next week because there's always new ones coming through, that ChatGPT from OpenAI right now is really the kind of go-to. It's got some great image generation capacity. It's got some great just very quick answers to questions that you might have, but really particularly it's got this deep research function. All right, and what this does is, and again, if you're on the paid tier, I think it's $20 a month. You get 4 or 8 of these deep research. As you type it in, it's underneath that panel. Click on that, and you can ask it to research anything. So you can actually ask it, strategic questions, things about your business, things about the market, things about your hometown. If you wanted to expand into a different area, then which would be the most appropriate based on this, and this. So it's just a hugely powerful, almost like a kind of advisor or consultant to your business that you can use right now and will give you some really tailored and intelligent answers to challenges.
Yes, because some of the short stuff on OpenAI can be a bit. I mean, I found it making it. I'm a statistician, property statistician, and some of the numbers it came back with, it is made up.
Yeah, and this is a real problem, particularly with those smaller models. So the deep research is what they call a reasoning model. So it actually checks. So it's got a kind of bunch of a mixture of experts inside it, and it will actually check its own work. So it's got access to the internet. It will go and check its work and bring it back. So I have found that it's really, really strong. There are always things to check and always to just, if things don't look right, then always have a think about it. But certainly from a strategic perspective and getting just somebody else to talk to, and look, running businesses can be really lonely, and actually getting other people to understand what it is that you're doing or you're trying to do. Actually, I've found you create projects in it. So create a project, give it instructions that say, this is my business, this is who I am, this is what I love, blah blah blah, and then you can just keep going back to that, and you can say, right, this has happened today, or this is what I've done based on our conversation, this has been the outcome, what should we do next? And it's just a really powerful kind of a kind of consultant that's just there with you all the time.
Number two.
Okay, so I think that one of the wonderful things about our industry is the visual nature of it. Now, there's something like 26 million people in the UK go on to Rightmove every month, and they're not buying. They're just faffing. They're just having a look at properties because they love just looking at properties. Now, there is a piece of kit out there by a company called PropTex that is essentially it's virtual staging on the fly. So you can actually have on your website, and basically any listing, it will strip out the furniture of, and then you can put in like loads of other furniture. That's really cutting edge. We do some virtual staging as well. That is different to that. But I'm just, in order for you to kind of think about what the big play is, what's coming down the track, how you are going to best serve your customers and give them a great offer is, look, why don't you maximize the number of tenants, the number of buyers particularly that are going to be interested in this? Because as vendor, whilst your lovely pew sofa sells itself and, you know, carpeting and all that sort of stuff, it's amazing and very niche. Why don't we broaden it out? So actually you can see the same room in coastal or in, you know, retro or warehouse, and it just brings more buyers. And for stale properties, you know, properties that have been on the market for a little while, for tenanted properties, for probate properties, you know, these are tools that you can use right now that are going to enable you to.
And what website's that?
So that particular one is on PropTex, PropTexX, and it's really smart, and they're great guys. And yeah, we work with them very closely. So yeah, I'm happy to intro.
Number 3.
Right. So the third one is really coming down the track, and it's all about voice. Okay, so voice AI is a real thing. Now, again, you know, talking about the tools that we've got Voice Prop, which is one of them. There are others out there as well. And what it does is it will essentially behave like an AI receptionist. So you can set it up to just answer calls and take messages and then transcribe them. You can set it up to cover and transfer calls, but also you can get it set up so that it will take viewings, you know, and actually speak to your CRM system, take it back out again. The idea with this is, how can we help you to save time? Your people doing people stuff, you know, taking messages just become part of our lives. But actually, it's really pointless, and it takes up so much time. But actually, if you can get a machine doing it really quickly and really effectively, and the great thing as well is, like I said, you know, you can do this in any language. So if somebody's speaking in Romanian, Japanese, Mandarin, whatever, then it can answer instinctively like that in the same
And what
language.
website's that again?
So if you go to modelprop.ai and then go to find us on voice prop, then that's where you can get in touch.
Mal, thank you for your time today.
A real pleasure. Great to see you.
Please, if you've got any great bits of AI you use, put them in the comments.